Hi, I'm Chantel Cohen, and I'm going to talk about some of my experiences being in an interracial relationship. My favorite of all is when my husband and we walk in someplace together, and everybody does this. They look as though we're space aliens. And, we've gotten to the point, after over 30 years of being together, where we don't really notice that often unless it's like really blatantly obvious. But when we walk in someplace, and especially if we have our 3 kids, and they're like, oh, these people have been together for a while. The other one of my favorites is my husband and I will walk up to a counter together, and the person who's behind the counter will talk to us as though we're not together. We could be holding hands. It looks like we are a couple, and they will ask, oh, can I help you, sir? Oh, and ma'am, how can I help you? It's like, well, no, we're together. We're practically making out here. And you somehow are asking us if we're together. It's just weird, because what happens is it doesn't fit their schema. And so they're not able to cognitively make the leap and adjust. I will tell you, that's one that kind of effing drives me crazy. And the other that I just love is, well, what did your parents think? What did they say? Well, they said, wow, it's really great that you found somebody that really loves you and you love them. I mean, what the hell would you think that they would say? I don't come from that kind of family, and neither does my husband. And so, I'm sure that that's a question for some people. But it wasn't a question for me, and I just got tired of hearing it. And the other big favorite is, what about the kids? This was before we had children. And now, you see biracial people all the time. And I'm from California, and it's like super common. Even back in the 80s and the 90s, you saw lots of biracial people, and it's kind of worked its way across the country. And so I do think it's kind of interesting, like, what about the kids? Well, they're going to be, healthy children, and we'll make sure that they are well educated and they understand about both cultures, etc. But, guys, sometimes those just get so old. I will tell you, it's not that I guess you're hearing a tiny bit of annoyance. It's like, just treat us like you would any other couple. How'd you meet? Just ask us that. Even after 30 years, you get tired of explaining what your parents thought. I haven't lived with my parents since I was 18. Anyway, those are a few of my pet peeves. I'm sure that many of you have your pet peeves, those of you who are in interracial relationships. I'd love for you to leave your comments. I'd love to hear about your experiences as well. I'm Chantel Cohen, and I help you become one again.